Welcome to another episode of Life Warriors. Again, my name is Larry Phillips. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I actually want to touch on the topic of who are you or who are we? And more so of who do you want to be? When you think about your life and you see yourself in the future, what is it that you visually see in your mind as the structure of how your life is going to be? What is your dreams? What is your goals? What is the blueprint that you have made for yourself? And if someone basically was to mention your name, what are the type of traits and the qualities that you want people to know and think about when they hear your name? If they say, hey, John, you think, oh, John's trustworthy. He's a hard worker. He's an entrepreneur, things like that. One thing that actually made me want to talk about this particular topic is I had remembered that when I was a kid, my mom actually created this poem. And the poem, she made us actually read it every single morning. She taped it onto the on the mirror, and she was like, every time you're in the bathroom, you brush your teeth and you make sure you read this. And the poem goes, "Who am I? Larry Dean Phillips III. I am somebody. I am a strong African-American man. I am loved, I am wanted, I am needed, I am smart, I am intelligent. I am a child of God. Who am I? Larry Dean Phillips III." So that, what the goal that my mom was trying to accomplish is and she wrote that for me and my brother, and then later on my sister as well, is that she wanted to create a sense of self within us. Because we started reading that when we were probably 4 or 5, around the age you first start reading, going to school. So that way, when we leave the home, because you're a different person when you're at home, and everything, all the values and things that are instilled and taught to us, once you walk out those doors of your home, of your safe place, that's when everything that you're taught is being tested to see who you are and who your character is, your values, and the things that you bring to the world. The world has this amazing thing where it tries to mold you in the image that it wants you to be. I always tell people, mold the world in the image that you want. Mold yourself into be the person that you dream to be, the person that you strive to be, and implement the unconditional love out to the people and to the world. So what that poem is, if you guys ever heard of affirmations, affirmations are amazing things, because if you think about law of attraction and think about The Secret and things like that, it always talks about your life is made and created from the power of the tongue. So literally the things that you speak, you're literally creating and destroying your world at the very same time. And you have to be able to speak everything that you want out of your life. You have to speak into existence. The thing that I once read, I think it was with The Secret, is if you are saying that, oh man, I'm always late, or you know what, I have the worst luck, or I never win anything. Well, those are things that you're actually putting the negative energy out into the world, so you're going to attract those things. Also in The Secret, it talks about that we are, in a sense, think of us like radio towers, like antennas. So the type of frequency that you're putting out there, and the type of energy and the words that you're speaking out, that's what you're going to attract to yourself. So with affirmations, it's helping you, and they actually recommend speak affirmations in the morning because it sets the mood of your day. So with affirmations, it's going to speak positivity. It's going to speak happiness. I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm full of peace. I'm smart, I'm wise, a multitude of things that you want to implement and have being attracted to you in your life. One of the things that I actually like reading, I found this affirmation a few years ago and I love it. It says, "I am filled with humility and I am enough as I am. I am radiant, beautiful, and strong, and enjoy a healthy and passionate life. I accept myself completely. I accept that I have strengths, and I accept that I have weaknesses. Love is the answer to everything in life, and I give and receive love unconditionally. My thoughts are positive, and I always express myself truthfully and clearly. I am wise, and I understand the true meaning of life's situations. I am complete and one with divine energy. And I really love that because so many things in the few affirmations that I read, there's so many key points in there. One thing that actually stood out for the most for me is I have strengths and I accept my weaknesses. And it's funny because if you think about it, no one's perfect. Everyone's gonna have their strengths and everyone's gonna have their weaknesses. For some reason, a lot of people's minds are conditioned to be addicted and attracted to negativity. So why not focus on the strengths and the positivity and let that supersede any weaknesses or strengths? Because if you focus on your strengths, then those strengths are going to help and actually wash those weaknesses out, or you can use your strength to help you stay strong to actually build up those weaknesses. So we're all in this game of life that we're trying to be the best that we can be. So that's why I ask, who are you? Who do you want to be? So definitely find some great affirmations, read it every single morning, look at yourself in the mirror as you say it, because you speak it to you, speak it about you, make it real for yourself. And you know, how do you feel about yourself? That's the number one, because the amazing thing is the conversation that you hear every day constantly is the conversation that you have with yourself. You can tune out other people, you can silence other people, but you can't silence yourself. So think about what kind of conversations and how are you rooting for yourself? Are you rooting for yourself in a positive way, or are you feeding into the negativity? It's easy to fall short and speak down on yourself and, woe is me and I can't do this and I can't have that. No, you got to change the conversations that you're having with yourself. You have to talk to yourself and know, like, I am going to accomplish this. I can do this. I'm not a procrastinator. I am on time. I win everything. I'm positive. I'm strong. And even the things that I fail at, I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to keep going and moving forward, because we're always going to fail. No one has things 100% down. So when you ask who am I? Know that you're a winner, that you're strong, that you were put on this planet to be a creator. You were put on this planet to be strong. You weren't put on this planet to be weak-minded and to just let life push you around. No, those very things strengthen you to make you who you should be and who you ought to be in your divine path, your divine intervention, and your destiny. So do you think that right now that you have what you need to become the person that you see in those visions of yourself? Do you think that you're implementing the traits and the characteristics of that? It's always something that you should ask yourself constantly. Am I being progressive and productive in my day? If every single day that I live, am I doing something to better myself towards the direction that I told myself I want to go? No one put these visions and passion in your heart. This is from you. So if you're not motivating yourself to do it, no one else will. It has to come from you. So make sure that you are loving yourself. You're loving the passion in everything that you do. So push hard and go after it. And at the end of the day, it's between you and you. It's not between you and anyone else. Well, and God, can't forget the Lord now. So always focus on that and push through even all the animosity, because you're going to have hatred, you're going to have failure. But when you go over that hump, that's where success is. So again, if you guys have any questions, that's kind of what I want to go about. The affirmation, again, that my mother had for me, I want to repeat it again. So maybe you guys can write it down for your kids or say it for yourself. Who am I? Larry Dean Phillips III. I am somebody. I'm a strong African-American man. I am loved. I am wanted. I am needed. I am smart. I am intelligent. I am a child of God. Who am I? Larry Dean Phillips III. Thank you so much for tuning in, Life Warriors. Keep fighting. Stay strong. Again, any comments or anything you guys want me to touch over, please do so. Follow my Instagram, Larry Phillips III. Follow my Twitter, Larry Dean III. And again, I love you guys. Stay safe. God bless you. And you enjoy your day. Thanks. Bye.